What's up, guys? Welcome to the Zombie Arbitrage Maiden live stream here, running down the rules here for ZAM III, as we're calling it. What's up, Mango? Andy Ace, Staff Hug. There is no raffle going right now. I probably will do one, but I'm gonna it'll be a surprise when I do it, probably at the end, for those that make it through this nonsense stream of me sitting here talking to you guys. What's up, Norgie? So yeah, we're bringing back the Zombie Arbitrage Maiden. It's confusing. Everything Zed is too confusing. So I figured I'd jump on and kind of run down the rules, and then I'll post this for anybody else that hasn't been able to make it, so they can kind of sift through the rules here. And it's pretty similar. Hey, what's up, Zed Run? Bob Eggs, useless present. Thanks for coming out, guys. At least I'm not talking to myself completely here. So the format is pretty much the same as we did last time, but that was like way back in June. This is the third one. We kind of refined it. It seemed like a hit. We had to make a few small tweaks here. So I'm going to go through the rules, and let me know if you guys have any questions. Just dump them in the chat, and I'll try to pay attention here as I go through everything. Let me know if any of this isn't making sense. I know some of you are familiar with the format, so maybe you can clarify things, or if it sounds like I'm just totally babbling nonsense, help me out here. So yeah, I'll run through the rules, and then as I go, so up at the top here, we've got what's changed. If you're totally familiar with the format, you can just read that, but I'll go through the format first, and then as we come across what's changed, I'll highlight that here. So how this tournament works is right here under tournament mechanics. And here, let me drop the blog in the chat here, and I will link it when I post this on YouTube as well, in the description. So here's the blog over on the Zombie site. You can follow along with me. So how this works, you enter your horse into essentially one of 12 buckets here. Here's your 12 buckets. So you're entering in breed type and then funnel. So if you've got an exclusive that you bred and you think it's a marathoner, you're going to throw it in the exclusive marathoner bucket. So there's 12 buckets. And this is over on the Zombie site. You go to zombie.racing/tournaments, and there's going to be a separate entry for all of these. So 12 different buckets. Genesis and Legend. Genesis are eligible for this. So Genesis and Legendary are together by breed type, and then Cross and Pacer are together. Exclusives have their own, and elites have their own. So you're choosing one of 12 when you go to enter. And these are sit and go style races, so you don't need to do any racing to participate in this. You just sign up, and then we work with Zombie to get all of the races randomized and over to Zed, and they schedule them all. So once you sign up, you don't need to do anything. But what we need to keep in mind here is that because Zed, their monthly maiden, you have to run in these less than 21 race segments. We're running the sit and goes on Thursday evening at I think 20 UTC was the time, which is like in the US, that's like Thursday early afternoon, I think. So you need to have your Zed qualification races done by the time that those races start. Otherwise, yeah, we run 4 races for these. So if you're sitting there at 16 races, and then the Zombie Maiden sit and go custom races run, you're going to be all the way up to 20 races, and you're only going to be able to run one more. Or let's say you were at 18, and then our 4 custom races run, you won't be eligible to run in the Zed ones, the Zed Maiden qualification races anymore. So we really want to be clear about that, and I think we should probably get this bolded here up in the blog, because I don't want people to sign up and then get through part of their qualifying, and then have our event run Thursday and they miss out on 4 of their qualification races on Zed, or potentially more, because if you advance, hopefully, into the finals for your one of these 12 buckets, then there's going to be 3 more races. No, it's 1 more race. 1 more race for that, and then if you make the grand final, then there'll be 3 more races. So potentially, we're using up to 8 races, and these are all going to be done prior to when Zed's tournament actually runs, which will be like next Sunday night, Monday morning. So again, if you guys have any questions on this format, I know it's confusing. We're trying to work in the confines of what Zed has created here, and also the sharpness of the community, creating something that hopefully isn't too confusing, but also brings the fun factor and the fairness that everybody's looking for. I think there are some edges here. So continuing to go through this format here, the fun thing about this that we created is that ideally the legendary horses, because everything is funneling into one grand final. So your cross and pacer winners of these 3 buckets down here, they're going to go up against the legendary. And we actually had a cross or elite. We had a class 4 horse win the grand final in the first one that we ran, and we had a class 3 horse win the grand final in the second one that we ran. So I guess not as long of a shot as we expected, but these top buckets are subsidizing the lower ones was the idea. And as we scroll through the rules here on the blog, you can see that further down here. Here are our entry fees. And I guess I'll get into the subsidy aspect after I go through these entry fees, because this is the other thing that changed. So because you can now run your Griffin on Zed and still compete, so you could run your Griffin now and still compete in the Maiden next week, we didn't want to disqualify horses that may have already run their Griffin race. So we added a entry premium, and it's 100% premium if you've already run your Griffin. So you've got the choice now to enter unraced. I think we'll be entering all of our horses that we haven't raced yet unraced and just gambling like that. The entry fee is lower, $35 if you're entering one of the legendary buckets or Genesis, $20 for the exclusive bucket, $15 for elite, and $10 for cross or pacer. Again, it's $200 for a super breed. Nobody has any sitting out there eligible right now, but hopefully somebody breeds one. But if you race your Griffin and you want to see your starting level, or if you already did, not thinking about that, hey, maybe the Zombie Arbitrage Maiden is coming back, we are providing the opportunity to enter still for 100% premium. So you've got the chance to race an exclusive, see what your starting level is, and actually potentially we've opened it up to 5. So you can run up to 5 races. You can actually go check out your odds strategically in some paid races if you want to use some of your early races on that and check out the odds, and then decide if it's worth paying this 100% premium. A little bit of added game theory to it, and hopefully this gets maximum participation out of it. So here are the entry fees. Now, let me see if there's any questions out here. Still no questions? Thanks for hanging with me, everybody. Let me know if this is making sense or if I need to clarify anything, please, out there in the chat. So what I was getting to on the subsidy here, the funds that come in are being distributed. Let's see, here's where it says under prize pools. These funds are being distributed in this manner. 60% of your entry fee goes to your bucket. So let's say you enter a $70 legendary. You race your legendary, you see, oh wow, I pulled 535. Definitely want to enter this horse. I'm going to pay the $70. You pay that in. 60% of that is going to your bucket here. Let's say it's a legendary sprinter. 60% of that $70, so whatever that is, like $40 or something in that ballpark, is going into that prize pool that's going to be paid out. Let's see, where is that here? Down here, your category final, it's getting paid out here. So 60% of it is going there. So all of that money that comes into legendary sprinter, 60% of that gets paid out right here. 50% to first, 25 to second, 10 to third, and then 4th through 6th get 5% each. So to get into that race, I guess I should go back. It's so complicated. Qualifying. There's 4 qualifying races. Again, this is all sit and go. You don't need to do anything. There'll be a leaderboard on the Zombie site. Your horse runs its 4 races. They're going to be 3 of those are going to be random, and 1 of them is going to be seeded by your current level. So that's just, if people do some leveling up in class one, it handicaps it a little bit there. The other three are going to be random. Here's our point system for those races. And the 6 horses in your bucket with the most points after those 4 races will advance on to your final for that bucket. Hopefully this is making sense, guys. So there's 6 horses in that final, 1 race for all the marbles. Winning horse of each of those races. So there's going to be 1 legendary sprinter final. Whoever wins that, whichever horse advances then onto the grand final. And that's how we get to 12 grand finalists. So again, this 1 race final, that's where all of this the prize money is going from the category finals. So again, for our example, you enter your legendary sprinter for $70 because you raced it and you saw the starting level and you want to go that route. 60% of that $70 is going to your sprint legendary bucket. Then 20% of that is getting divvied up to all of the 11 other buckets. So this is how the legendary and or exclusive are going to subsidize the lower tier breed type horses. Because again, this example, $70 is coming in for your legendary sprinter. 60% of that, somewhere in the ballpark of $40, right? A little bit less, I guess, is going to your bucket. And then the other little bit less than $20 is getting divided up equally among these 11 other categories. All right. And then the other 20% that's left is going to the grand final. All right. Does this make sense? Am I explaining this well? Andy Ace, you're still with me at least. Everyone else just wants the raffle horse, I guess, huh? Hopefully it's making sense. Please ask questions or ask for clarification if this just sounds like complete nonsense. Thanks, Andy. Okay, so here are our price points. Again, double price if you want to race your horse first, or if you've already raced it and it's sitting there with 5 races or less, you're eligible to enter over on the Zombie site. That 20% that come, 20% of every single horse's entry fee, if you enter an unraced cross, that'll be $2 getting kicked into the grand final. Not sure exactly when we're going to run the final and the grand final, but it will certainly be before Zeds. We want these races to run before horses have had a chance to do like mass leveling up. We really are trying to level the playing field, because that's a hole in Zed's system where these class 1 horses are able to level up into 560s, 570s even before the maiden tournament runs. And then it's not so bad now, but there's a little bit of a multiplier on the tournament that runs. So some of these horses get a big advantage if you've got we'll have probably the 3 legendaries will be in class 1, maybe even 1 or 2 of these exclusives will be in class 1, and they can level up a lot quicker and a lot further than these horses down here. But again, the prize pool for these 6 buckets here should be subsidized by the entries up here. What we saw in the first 2 times that we ran this format, Zombie Joe will provide the numbers on how many horses have entered each of these 12 buckets along the way. So if you want to kind of do the math on your own and figure out if there is some sort of edge to be had in entering one of these cross pacer funnels, because maybe there's only 4 horses entered in the cross pacer marathon, and you've got all this money coming in from the horses that entered legendary, you can kind of do that math if you want to take that route and find all of the edges. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. What's up, Lobofish? Just reading through the chat here. Enter horse, win money, makes sense. Yes, you figured it out, useless present. You got it all figured out, man. Yeah, the replay is going to be available after Mango Ice. Appreciate it. Can we enforce a rule that there's no sit and go grinding. I don't know how we enforce that. I think the format, I mean, we've definitely given enough time that you can get your 20 Z races in. Theoretically, right, you can run like it depends how fast they're filling too, right? But theoretically, you can get your 20 in and probably run a few sit and goes. It also depends how fast the sit and goes run. My hope is that the format that Zed comes out with next month, they said they're working on making changes, somehow limits that ability. I mean, ideal world, they just have all maidens starting level only, right? And any leveling that happens doesn't affect it. Yeah, what's up, Lobofish? So I don't think there's an easy way for us to enforce it. Hopefully, we found the sweet spot here in having these run Thursday afternoon in the US, where it really limits the amount of leveling that can be done for our event, at least. But we'll see how this plays out and adjust it for the next one. And we'll see how this meshes with whatever Zed comes up with. Yeah, I know. I wish that we could enforce it. Guess it's going to depend how many horses are active and competing in C1. Right. Yeah. I mean, I do expect sit and goes fill quite a bit faster Zed run than they have been, just because. I mean, that's the other thing I wanted to show was the Zed prize pools. They're pretty juicy. Where is it? Zed tournaments. Here it is. Share this tab. So there's only 24 horses in each funnel that qualify for class 1, and they're competing for 14,500. I did the math yesterday. It's like $200 value if you qualify for that, taking 72, this 14,500 divided by 72, get somewhere in the ballpark of $200. So it's pretty juicy in class 1. I think it'll be pretty competitive, and unfortunately, it's the game that they've created, at least for this one, where you really got to spend the money to boost your class 1 horses to the limit and get in those sit and goes. Theoretical prize pools. I don't know what you mean, useless present. I think that these are real prize pools. I think they're confirmed. But yeah, our prize pools are theoretical for the Zombie Arbitrage Maiden. We don't know. Those are all going to be dependent on how many horses enter for sure. So anyway, no raffle going yet, Champ Factory. I will start one here. I don't know how much longer we got to go. I can do a demo. Maybe I should do a demo of entering a horse on the Zombie site. I think he has a demo in his rules here somewhere. Let me go back to the tab. You guys want me to show how to enter? Do you all know how to enter? Right here. Oh, I clicked on the demo. Right here is, I think Joe did a demo on how to sign up on his site, and that's in the blog that will be linked in the description on YouTube. Let me go back to where I was here, and then I can do a demo after we go through this. So 19,500 for class 2. Oh, I see what you're saying, useless. This is not the confirmed breakdown, just a guide based on recent data. Huh. So it's going to be something like this, Rob? Yeah, I didn't actually read through this. Calculate based on. I see. I thought these were confirmed. I gotcha. Following now. All right. So they might be something like this. I got it. Class 2 probably will have the highest prize pool. Okay. But they did say it's 50,000, so it's going to be something like this, right? Yeah, it's guaranteed 50,000, right? That just how much is going to each class, yeah, is kind of up in the air. I think this is probably where it ends up being like, right? Because I think they said, right, it's like a reflection of how much money was spent on the horses bred into each class or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to assume it's something pretty similar to this, though. And class 2 is going to be the highest. It has been for quite a bit. 96 qualifiers in each funnel in class 2 competing for that 19,500. I think the value I had on that was like $60 if you qualify in class 2. Yeah, it's I mean, targeting these top 2 classes is definitely seems like the play. I mean, class 3, you got less than half the prize pool likely and the same amount of horses competing for it. So really trying to breed up the highest level you can for this one, I would think. All right. Okay, I'll start a raffle, guys. Let me get a raffle going, and then I'll do a quick demo on entering a horse into the Zombie Arbitrage Maiden. We're gonna live stream the grand final. I think probably Friday evening in the U.S. I know Kevin might be traveling. Hopefully, he can push his travel back to Saturday and be there. Otherwise, it might just be me and Souls, or maybe I'll get Keith on the stream. But I know everybody wants Kevin on for his expertise. All right. So feel free to drop any questions again. And Legends League, I think we're still targeting early February to start Legends League Season 3. All right. All right. Starting a giveaway for an Elite Z horse. It's open. Okay. Yeah, I know everybody wants Kevin. You're breeding for the top of class 4, useless present. I mean, I think that there's definitely probably an angle there. I have a hard time justifying the time expenditure racing horses for such low stakes in class 4 with our stable. So we pretty much just avoid it, which I think that's one of the nice things about the class system, right? It really does get incentives right in that way. In other ways, it doesn't, right? I feel like class 1 incentives need to be a lot higher, but it does de-incentivize larger stables and sharper people from playing down in the lower stakes if they have. I mean, we're all limited in the time that we have. Let's see. You know, the Zedge, this is like an infomercial for Zedge Zedge Run, but their breed genie tool is awesome. Put the link to that breed genie. Like the Zedge, their predicted starting level, there's so many times that it kicks out like spot on. Of course, there's some variance to this, but yeah, I recommend using this if you're really trying to target a certain class. I mean, it's really hard to target the top of class 2, but starting in the top of class 3 and class 4, I would definitely use this breed genie tool. It's really nice, and I mean, I recommend subscribing and getting the premium version where you can see the stats of the parents and stuff. All right, here I'll pop it up on the screen. There we go. That's breed genie. Okay, raffle is going. Hit exclamation point raffle for a shot at your elite horse. And stop sharing this, and let me start sharing. Okay. Let's see. I think I have to share my whole screen. This is going to be a little funky. I won't be able to read the comments here while I'm entering. I'm going to enter a horse into the Zombie Arbitrage Maiden so you guys can see. Now, I don't think it shows when I actually do the signature on MetaMask. And I'll run the raffle after I do this. Let's see. Share whole screen. All right. Okay. So the first thing you need to do, zombie.racing is where you go to enter your horse, click login. I don't know if it's showing that MetaMask pops up and it makes me sign with the wallet that I want to log in. So I sign there. You got to be on the Polygon network. Takes a second to log in. The site is, all of the like MetaMask transactions make it a little bit slow on the Zombie site. So I got to wait a minute for it to register our stable. But then after that, I will go down to tournaments, and you go to tournaments, and that's where registration is. Maybe I'll edit this down a little bit when I repost it on YouTube. A little bit slow. Click tournaments. Maybe it'll recognize me. I guess not. Try logging in again. Okay, while it's doing that, we can see here, here are all of your signups. So there's 8 different signups. You don't need to select your funnel yet. When you go to sign your horse up, then you'll select the funnel. So right now you just need to select your breed type. And again, Genesis is in here with legendary. So it will accept Genesis breeds. And then, it says horses with 1 race only. We actually upped this to 5. So I'm going to get Joe to change this text. Horses with 5 races or less. So these ones, raced horses, that you got the 100% premium if you're entering raced, remember. I don't know. I guess I should not have logged out. I wanted to show the login process, and now it's just refreshing here. Sorry, guys. I don't know. I can't enter. I guess I can try it from my other wallet, but I don't think I have any eligible horses. They're all in this one. Well, you guys got any questions? Any questions out there? I mean, you guys can ask me about anything. Doesn't need to be Z related. AMA, man. Still not logging in. I don't know, man. Killing me. I'm just going to click sign up and see what happens. Nope. Log in to proceed further. Cool. It's killing me, Joe. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. Will Liverpool win the Premier League? I'm not really a football guy. I'm gonna go with yes, though. Since you're asking, it must have a good shot, right? Christmas was good. Pretty chill. My mom was out of town, so we pushed back Christmas. We're supposed to be doing it this week, but we're doing it at my brother's house, and everybody's sick there. I don't know, a lot of illness going around. Day's going well. Good Friday. If true. Okay, let me see. Let me see if it's open. No, I'm not logged in. I don't know, guys. I might just have to record a whole new demo. I feel like Joe already did a demo though. Does everybody know how to sign up that's in here? Have you guys registered for this before? Yeah, my brother's house, they've been sick for like a month straight. Yeah, this thing is not logging in. Let me see if I can share this. I think I'm logged in on this. And maybe I have a horse with less than 5 races. Yeah, Champ Factory. Breed Genie's been around for a while. I don't know, Zedrun, you can listen. I feel like it's you guys came out with that like pretty early in 3.0, and it was super helpful. Yeah, the zombie site, it's nice. I don't know why it's having issues right now with logging in. I've had issues before, and I've also had issues where it doesn't like. I guess it's not as much of a problem for the maiden because we all only have so many unraced horses, unless you're the Moolah brothers. But if you have a huge stable, it has trouble loading all those horses. Let me try one more time. No. The site might just be down right now. Good timing. I know it was working earlier because Keith bred 5 horses from our Crimson Hand stable and entered them all in the unraced. Oh, here's one more thing that I should mention. Um, so you can enter your horse right now and pay the unraced price. And once you've registered on the zombie site, then you're good to go ahead and griffin it. And if you want to run any other races before, I don't recommend running before I think the Z Maiden is going to be really competitive. Like, I think it would be silly to try to level your horse in sit and goes and not, I guess class one maybe, but yeah, I think you're going to want all 20 races. I think it's going to be super competitive. Yeah, I class one, like I see an argument in class one if you've got a stability breed variance. I think I would use all 20 races in class one to try to qualify and not mess around with trying to level and sit and goes. But if you've got a stability breed and you pull like 510 and you know that there's not a lot of variance in that breed, I think maybe you go over and use 4, 5, 6 races and sit and goes to try to level up because it's going to be tough sledding with like a 505 to 512 or something like that in the maiden races when you don't have a lot of variance. So you really want to try to get a level advantage if you've got a stability horse. Uh, so okay, let's see. Zombie working here on this. Switched. Okay, it is working here. So let me see. We'll try this one more time. Okay. So here we are. I'm not sure if I have any horses. I don't know what stable this is. Let's see. Let's try unraced legendary sign up. No horses. About raced. Nothing. I don't have any eligible horses in this wallet. Sorry, demo is not happening. All right, well, I'll raffle a horse, and if anybody has any questions, hit me up, and I'll walk you through how to sign up on the sign a horse up on the zombie site. Again, in the blog, there's a link, and Joe kind of does his demo there. And other thing, if you buy a breed from us, we don't really have like a pile of bred horses ready, just because it's been not a good investment to breed horses and list them for sale. But if you hit me or Kevin up, we can do a breed for you, and then we'll cover your entry fee into the Zombie Arbitrage Maiden. So a little bonus there. If you are looking for a breed, come to us. We'll breed something for you, and we'll include that in the price. All right, let's raffle this horse off. 17 of you in here. Good luck, everybody. We've got a unraced elite. Closing the entries. Last chance! Exclamation point raffle. Picking the winner. Champ Factory. Congrats, Champ Factory. I should have your wallet address. I will send that over. Ping me tomorrow morning if you haven't gotten it yet. That means I forgot. Mr. Mar's not in the stream. Yeah, he had a good string of winnings, but he didn't show up. He probably would have won if he showed up today. All right. Any final questions? Anybody? We're going to again do a live stream for the grand final. I think we'll do it for the grand final and not for the 12. Maybe we'll do the 12 finals races instead. Maybe that works out with Kevin's schedule better, and then we can do play wagering for that. There's an idea, but we'll keep you posted out there on Twitter. You went for a high variance breed, ended up in C1 at 506. Yeah, I mean, if you're going for high variance, I don't think that's the end of the world. That was one of the big takeaways from the odds. Like we had like level 415 pulling insane odds in class 2 that we just totally wrote off because of that level, and then we've seen the odds now, and it's yeah, it's a new world with odds. All right. Mango ice. Griffin yesterday. I got you. Yeah, sorry you missed the Griffin, but boy, that was disappointing. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't crash, Mango, and our Z1 did crashed and burned. Maybe we'll win something in the maiden. I don't know. We raced. I think Kevin threw it in 2 more races. He's pretty confident that it's a crappy, stable mid. So, all right, everybody. I'm out of here. Have a great weekend. Let me know if you have any issues signing up for the Zombie Arbitrage Maiden, and I'll make sure Joe helps you out. Again, less than 5 races, you're still eligible to enter. You just have to pay the 100% premium, so double the cost. I think that's everything. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. Thanks for hanging with me. Wouldn't have been the same without you. I would have been blabbering even more than I already did. All right, guys. Good luck in the monthly maiden. Talk to you soon.